Today, we're diving into something pretty transformative, actually. It could really change how we think about buying and selling homes. We're talking about the rise of hyper-local real estate forecasts.
Yeah, we've gone through your sources on this. It's definitely cutting edge stuff. And our mission for you, really, is to get a handle on how this incredibly detailed data, we're talking block level, sometimes even, front door specific, how that's shaking up the huge $50 trillion US housing market, and crucially, what it means for you as an individual.
Okay, 50 trillion, that's massive. And this shift, historically, we've leaned on ZIP code averages, right? And that felt like the standard. But your sources are pointing to this huge jump, like you said, block-level precision. It's not just a small step down. What's really pushing this? Why now?
Well, it's fascinating when you look at the investment side. That $50 trillion market, it's seen a 36% year-over-year jump in AI spending within real estate itself. So there's serious money flowing into making this happen. And this kind of precision, it's not just, interesting data. It allows for much, much tighter comparable property analysis. It helps agents nail their listing presentations, win those pricing discussions because they have such specific data. It's moving from guesswork to data-driven arguments.
So it's like giving agents a sharper tool, almost like a real estate crystal ball, maybe. So how does this crystal ball actually work? What's under the hood? What technology is powering these super specific forecasts?
That's a great question. Gets right to the core of it. The forecast engine, it relies on a really robust mix of data. You've got your deeds, obviously MLS data, rental listings, but also dynamic stuff. Things like satellite imagery that gets refreshed and even points of interest data.
Points of interest, like what?
Yeah, think about a new coffee shop opening up or changes to bus routes, school ratings nearby, all those little things that actually do impact how desirable a place is and its value. And the models themselves have evolved quite a bit. They started maybe with gradient boosted trees, but now they're using more advanced stuff like transformer time series models, think sophisticated AI, and all this power is accessible often through these like chat style dashboards. You can ask complex questions and get answers back in seconds.
Okay, that's impressive tech.
Yeah.
But, the proof is in the pudding, right? Where is this actually being used? Like right now, in the real world. Can you share some examples of how these forecasts are making a difference on the street?
Absolutely. And connecting it to the real world is key. Your sources have some really good examples. There was an agent in Austin, 787704 ZIP code, specifically who used one of these hyper-local forecasts. They actually advised the seller to pull the listing forward based on the short-term forecast, showing clear market timing benefits.
Yeah.
That's tangible value.
Wow. Okay, so it influenced the actual selling strategy.
Exactly. And for bigger properties like multifamily buildings, the models are showing really impressive accuracy, like 96% accuracy on predicting rent growth in one case study from Origin. That's huge for investors. We're also seeing these climate risk overlays being added. So forecasts can now factor in environmental resilience, potentially boosting premiums for homes built to withstand, certain climate impacts.
That's fascinating. So it's impacting individual sales, investment decisions, even factoring in climate. What does this mean for the business side then? How do people monetize this? And importantly, what are the guardrails, the things we need to watch out for?
Right. It's definitely more than just cool predictions. It's a real competitive advantage. And yes, it can be monetized. You could imagine agents offering premium CMAs, comparative market analyses, but with a forecast addendum included as an upsell. Or maybe investor clients paying retainers for quarterly updates on rent trends in specific micro locations.
Ah, okay. Like subscription insights.
Precisely. And for people relocating, offering a volatility score for a neighborhood based on these forecasts could be a huge trust builder, help them understand the potential ups and downs. But the guardrails are critical. You have to talk about potential bias in the historical data. Things like old redlining patterns could theoretically be subtly reflected if you're not careful. And crucially, it's not just about giving a single number. It's vital to explain the confidence intervals, the range of possibilities around that prediction. It manages expectations and leads to smarter use of the forecast.
Right. Transparency is key. Understanding the uncertainty as much as the prediction itself. Okay, so a final thought for you, our listener, to mull over. What if you could easily run one of these street-level forecasts before every single listing presentation? Package that insight up, maybe even track how it improves your conversion rate. More broadly, how might understanding these really granular hyperlocal dynamics change your next big real estate move, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or make an investment? Something to think about.